The grand and infamous first ancestor of the demon sect has now been sought out and humiliated. How could he endure this? With that thought, he immediately gathered his energy and struck out with a palm. In the next instant, Zuo Shinchan was hit by the overwhelming force, his life and death unknown. Seeing this, everyone hurriedly rushed outside. At that moment, they saw only Zuo Shinchan standing motionless, staring in horror toward the direction of the Evil Sky Pavilion, as if he had turned to stone. Those uninvolved could never understand the feelings of the one involved, but one thing was certain: he had indeed lost in a single move. A guard stepped forward eagerly, thinking this was a good opportunity to curry favor. After all, details determined survival, and the goodwill he enjoyed among the four was not without reason. "Second sect master, you can wear my clothes. No need to thank me." As he spoke, he draped the clothes over Zuo Shinchan's body. Unexpectedly, in the very next second, Zuo Shinchan's body was scattered into flying ash by the slight wind stirred by the fabric, dispersing between heaven and earth. The third-ranked figure on the sinister list of the cultivation world, Zuo Shinchan, had fallen just like that. Everyone who witnessed the scene was utterly shocked. "You made the second sect master disappear. I didn't do it." Pan Zhong and Zhou Jifeng swallowed hard, unable to believe that Zuo Shinchan had turned to dust. That man had dared to act arrogantly in the Evil Sky Pavilion. An ending like this could be considered self-inflicted, yet to vanish into nothingness with a single palm strike felt almost too cruel. Xie Yuaner's eyes sparkled with admiration. "I have followed Master for many years and never seen him use the great hand seal of the Tathagata. Yet today, he used it to kill Zuo Shinchan, who possessed a four-leaf golden lotus avatar, in a single blow. Just how many hidden techniques does Master still have?" Duan Musheng and Ming Shiyin were both shocked and relieved. Ming Shiyan's gaze then hardened as she looked toward the four black-robed subordinates. "Do you four still want to see my 100 Tribulations avatar?" Hearing this, they trembled all over. At that moment, Lu Zhou's voice came from within the Evil Sky Pavilion. "Go back and tell your sect master to manage his own people." Since Master had spoken, Ming Shiyan did not act further, and the four were immediately ordered to leave. "Ding! You have received 1,000 merit points." Hearing this prompt, Lu Zhou's thoughts stirred. A single item card provided 500 merit points, while killing a primordial spirit tribulation realm expert yielded 1,000. Twice as much. Although item cards were useful, they should be used with caution in the future. If the power of this card was so indescribable, what should he do when facing someone he did not wish to kill? The reason he had allowed Zuo Shinchan to enter earlier was not only to understand the intentions of the demon-slaying sect, but also to test the effect of this card. Killing him now could also be regarded as a warning to the demon-slaying sect. After several disciples returned to the Evil Sky Pavilion, they began flattering their master. "Master's divine power is unmatched. You hardly even needed to act, and when you did, he vanished in an instant." Xie Yuaner eagerly stepped forward, cheerfully expressing her desire to learn. Lu Zhou shook his head and refused. "You practice the Taijing Jade Scroll, focusing on movement techniques and boxing, which conflicts with Zen cultivation. Aren't you afraid of being eroded by demonic energy?" Hearing this, Xie Yuaner grumbled. "In the eyes of the outside world, I'm already considered a devil anyway." Lu Zhou glanced at her but said nothing. Duan Musheng then asked in confusion, "Master, why did you let them go?" Before Lu Zhou could answer, Ming Shiyan replied, "Master only intended to use one death to warn the rest. He never meant to wipe out the entire demon-slaying sect." The demon-slaying sect is ambitious and seeks expansion, and First Senior Brother's Ghost Sect is their obstacle. If the demon-slaying sect were eliminated, who would restrain the Ghost Sect? Duan Musheng continued. Zuo Shinchan was their second-in-command. Since he was killed, the demon-slaying sect will surely not let this matter go easily. Ming Shiyan sneered. "You're overthinking it. Even if they are furious, what can they do? Bring their entire sect to attack Jingting Mountain. If even Yu Zhanghai does not have the courage. Would the demon-slaying sect really dare to do that? Moreover, it hasn't been long since Jingting Mountain defeated the 10 Tai Chi experts. Even the Heavenly Sword Sex Master, Luo Changfeng, who possessed a 7-leaf avatar, was defeated by Master not long ago. Who else would dare to come challenge us?" Hearing this, Pan Zhong and Zhou Jifeng's eyes lit up. Fourth Master's words truly make sense. "You've cleared up the doubts in my heart. Fourth Master is indeed insightful." Ming Shiyan felt a little puzzled when he heard this. Had these two fools flattered the wrong person? He quickly glanced at his master and saw that Master was not angry. At this point, Lu Zhou felt somewhat speechless. This fellow was really good at analyzing things. The more he listened, the more it sounded reasonable. He casually took out a few bags of snacks and handed them to everyone. "Master, where did you get these snacks? Just eat. After you're done, go fix what's broken." Meanwhile, after Zuo Xinchan's death, the guards hurriedly drove the Black Dragon sedan away from Jinking Mountain. Without Zuo Xinchan stabilizing it, even controlling the sedan became extremely difficult, although they could barely keep it airborne. Its speed was painfully slow. After flying for half an hour, they had not even covered 100 miles. Everyone put in more effort and infused spiritual energy into the dragon sedan, just as the leader urged the others on. A startled cry suddenly came from the side. "Quick, look ahead! There's someone there!" Following the direction of the pointing hand, they saw a man in a green robe blocking the path of the Black Dragon sedan. He hovered in midair, surrounded by an eerie aura, while the long sword on his back glowed faintly red. The leader of the black-robed men cautiously cupped his hands. "May I ask your honored name? Why are you blocking our path?" As soon as he finished speaking, a strange smile appeared on the green-robed man's lips. He said softly, "My apologies." Hearing this, the black-robed man bowed again. "If it's a misunderstanding, there's no harm. Please step aside." The green-robed man remained where he was, arms folded. Then a surge of gang chi began to circulate around his body. The blood-red long sword on his back suddenly broke free. The black-robed man's expression changed drastically as he realized something was wrong. "It's the sword demon. Abandon the sedan and run." As soon as the words fell, everyone scattered like locusts. However, the long sword trembled, splitting into 2, then 4, then 8. In the blink of an eye, a dense rain of swords filled the sky, piercing through the fleeing black-robed men. Amid sprays of crimson blood, over 100 figures fell from the sky like kites with broken strings. The sword demon, Yu Shangrong, kept a faint smile on his face the entire time. He stood with his arms crossed, not even glancing at them. In the next instant, he vanished in a blur, disappearing like a ghost. Meanwhile, inside the Evil Sky Pavilion, Ming Xian cautiously asked, "Master, the demon-slaying sect has completely retreated. How should we deal with the female cultivators from Yanyu Palace?" He was uncertain about his master's intentions. After all, by normal reasoning, someone like Yi Tiangxin, who betrayed her master and sect, should be executed. Lu Zhou pondered briefly, then turned to ask Xiao Yuan what she thought. Xiao Yuan leaned forward innocently and said, "Why not kill them all?" As soon as she finished speaking, Lu Zhou tapped her on the head. Xiao Yuan quickly corrected herself. "I understand, Master. I'll go release them immediately." Lu Zhou glanced at her. "When did I say to release them?" Ming Xian's eyes flickered as an idea formed. "Master, many parts of the Evil Sky Pavilion were damaged recently and need cleaning and repairs. How about we punish them with hard labor?" Lu Zhou nodded. "That's a good idea. After they finish repairing the Evil Sky Pavilion, lock them in the Cave of Reflection to be punished alongside Yi Tiangxin." "I obey," Ming Xian said. Then he gathered his courage and asked, "Master, now that the entire Yanyu Palace has been punished and Yi Tiangxin's cultivation has been abolished, if someone remains in the Cave of Reflection with its biting cold, they will most likely die. Should we—" Before he could finish, Lu Zhou interrupted him. "Do you sympathize with her?" Ming Xian's mind was in turmoil, and he quickly replied, "This disciple wouldn't dare. Yi Tiangxin deserves punishment for her betrayal. This is only what she merits." He did not dare plead further and turned to leave. After stepping out of the Evil Sky Pavilion, he finally let out a long breath of relief. Fortunately, with Junior Sister's earlier trial and error, he had learned that Master's temper was not something easy to predict. Thinking of Zuo Xinchan's fate, a chill ran down his spine, and he resolved to keep a low profile from now on. When Duan Musheng saw him leave, he also bowed and prepared to withdraw. "Wait!" Lu Zhou stopped him. His gaze fell carefully upon the chains in Duan Musheng's hands. These were indeed forged from thousand-year-cold steel, an ordinary weapon that was nevertheless extremely difficult to destroy. To break such chains would require a heavenly-grade weapon. The problem was that he currently had none. All he had left were 2 deadly strike cards. The question was whether the cards could be used on the chains without destroying Duan Musheng along with them. Seeing Master's attention fixed on the chains, Duan Musheng felt delighted. "Master, please take action. These chains are nothing but rusty iron, no different from waste paper." Si Yuaner also hurried over to inspect them, and upon noticing the words Heavenly Sword Sect engraved on the surface, she immediately glared angrily at Zhou Jifeng. Realizing he was in trouble, Zhou Jifeng knelt and hastily explained, "That has nothing to do with me." Duan Musheng paid no attention and spoke excitedly. With Master here, even hundreds like them would be wiped out in a single strike. No sooner had he finished speaking than Lu Zhou said calmly, "Yuaner, help me back." Duan Musheng froze. "Did I say something wrong?" Zhou Jifeng awkwardly stepped forward. "Third Mister, this? I really can't unlock those chains." Pan Zhang added, "Me neither. Get lost," Duan Musheng snapped. The two nodded and hurried away in embarrassment. Duan Musheng scratched his head and began to speculate. Perhaps the chains had resisted Zuo Xinchan's attacks, so Master deliberately examined them. Or maybe wearing the chains was somehow beneficial for cultivation. Master's intentions were never simple, so it was best not to overthink. Since that was the case, he decided not to rush, and would simply continue wearing them. Meanwhile, in the demon-slaying sect, several black-robed men rushed into the demon-slaying palace. "Sect Master, the second fleet that visited Jingting Mountain has encountered an accident. 40 kilometers north of Jingting Mountain, we found the Black Dragon chariot and 150 corpses." After they finished reporting, an eerie silence descended from above. The leading black-robed man continued. The second fleet had already formed an alliance with Jingming Dao, and even had His Highness's support when we pressured Jingting Mountain for an alliance. We didn't expect that old man. Silence. The sect master's voice struck like thunder, piercing their eardrums. "Inform Jingtian Dao to assist. I will not be angered because of this, nor will I take it to heart. The demon-slaying sect and Jingtian Dao have always been aligned. However, I hope Jingtian Dao can also show some sincerity." The black-robed men suppressed their fear and bowed. "Yes," one of them added nervously, "there's one more matter to report. Yesterday, 2 experts from Jingtian Dao fought with Zuo Xinchan and were severely injured. I'm afraid they cannot come to meet the sect master. Leave." The shadowy figure above suppressed his fury and roared, the sound waves causing the men's blood to churn violently. "When I gain true power, I will grind that old man to ashes." At that moment, Lu Zhou, far away, seemed to sense something and sneezed several times. He now had 2,690 merit points remaining. After using the reversal card, he had won an additional 300 days of life from a lottery draw. He suppressed the urge to draw again. Cultivation was the foundation. It would be better to use the unspent merit points to purchase an avatar. As for earning merit points, missions were the key, and his disciples were the main force in completing them. Thinking of his 6th disciple, Lu Zhou felt somewhat troubled. Yi Tianjin, this disciple who harbored resentment toward him. If it were before Jitian Dao's death, such a rebel would most likely have been expelled. Where exactly had things gone wrong? That portion of memory was still missing. At first, he thought it was a side effect of transmigrating, but by now he had almost complete control of this body. Only that fragment of memory remained blank. Why could he not recall it? Forget it. If he could not remember, there was no use dwelling on it. With that thought, Lu Zhou no longer dwelled on it and began to study the heaven writing in earnest. Meanwhile, in the cave of reflection at the back mountain, Ming Xiyin settled the female cultivators from Yanyu Palace before bringing over a thick quilt. "If not for Master, all your subordinates would already be dead." Yi Tianxin leaned weakly against the cave wall, her face pale. Hearing this, she clenched her teeth and gave a cold snort. A group of opportunists taking advantage of others. If I were still outside, would Zuo Xinchan have dared to act so wildly? Ming Xian sighed. "What nonsense are you saying? The demon-slaying sect has nothing to do with Yanyu Palace. Even if Zuo Xinchan wasn't your match, what about the 3 sects of Yuntianluo?" Yi Tianxin's eyes dimmed slightly. "The 3 sects of South Dian have many experts. They are far beyond the strength of a small sect like ours." Ming Xian shook his head. "Tianxin, senior brother, can't help you much. I originally thought Master would be wary of the demon-slaying sect and might hand over the beauties of Yanyu Palace as gifts. I never expected. Master killed Zuo Xinchan with a single strike." Yi Tianxin was stunned. Ming Xian's eyes shone with admiration. "That's right, 1 strike. The Chan sect's handprint, the great fearless seal." Yi Tianxin frowned. "Is he not afraid of offending the demon-slaying sect? Their background is not as simple as a few demonic cultivators." Ming Xian replied proudly. "That's what I thought before too. Junior sister Tianxin, you're still too young." "What do you mean?" she asked in confusion. "Everything is within that old man's control," Ming Xian said. As soon as he finished speaking, Yi Tianxin began to cough violently. "I don't care what you say, I will remember your sympathy." Seeing this, Ming Xian covered her with the quilt and gently transmitted some energy into her body, easing her condition slightly. When he leaned closer, he noticed a few strands of silver in her hair. Yi Tianxin said calmly, "Don't worry about me. My cultivation has been abolished. Without Dantian Qi to replenish my vitality, I will decline sooner or later." Ming Xian sighed. "Listen to my advice. Just ask Master for forgiveness. Perhaps he will remember the bond between Master and disciple. It might save you." Yi Tianxin slowly raised her head. "Senior brother, have you ever wondered why first and second senior brother left?" Ming Xian looked away indifferently. "I don't know, and I don't want to know." After saying that, he turned to leave. "Reflect properly here. When you truly understand, I will ask Master to release you." A trace of loss flashed across Yi Tianxin's eyes. Just then, Ming Xian turned back. "I almost forgot the quilt." He took it from her again before leaving. Outside the cave of reflection, Ming Xian took a deep breath and muttered to himself, "I'm not like you people. I still respect Master." After drying the quilt, he walked toward the Evil Sky Pavilion with his hands behind his back. The quiet back mountain was an excellent place for cultivation. Pan Zhong, who had been cultivating nearby, saw him pass and hurried after him. Fourth Mister, please wait. I have a request. I wonder if Fourth Mister can grant it. Ming Xian crossed his arms and replied flatly, I can't. Pan Zhong was momentarily stunned. Gritting his teeth, he stepped forward and explained, Fourth Mister, please hear me out. My cold constitution has worsened recently. If this continues, I won't last 3 months. The Pavilion Master promised to grant me the 6 Young technique. I hope Fourth Mister can help me. Ming Xian glanced at him. Is that all? Since Master promised, he will not forget. 3 months is still a long time. Some people don't even know if they will see the sun tomorrow. As if reminded of something, he sighed softly, then leaped away, leaving Pan Zhong standing there in confusion. Zhou Jifeng, who had been nearby, walked over and patted Pan Zhong's shoulder in consolation. I told you before. Although Fourth Mister looks calm on the surface, his words are sharp and unpredictable. You should look for Ninth Sister instead. Ninth Sister is pure-hearted and kind, and the Pavilion Master dotes on her the most. Say a few pleasant words and she will definitely help you. Pan Zhong nodded, finding some sense in the advice. Meanwhile, the innocent Si Yuan was busy beating someone up at the post station at the foot of the mountain. Not long after, she returned to the Evil Sky Pavilion. Master, I've received news about Senior Sister Zhao Yu. Lu Zhou showed a hint of surprise. Let's hear it. He still could not understand why Zhao Yu had betrayed them. Her case seemed different from the other disciples who had left. Si Yuan gathered her courage, picked up Master's teapot, and took a large gulp before speaking. Senior Sister might appear in the Yu region. The people stationed there mentioned the bright jade skill, so I guessed it might be related. Hearing this, Lu Zhou felt uneasy. It was true that Zhao Yu cultivated with the bright jade skill, but given her temperament, how could news of it spread so easily? Could this be another trap like the time they lured him by kidnapping the CI family? This time, however, things were different. Without the peak experience card, falling into a trap would be disastrous. Just then, a system prompt sounded in his mind, a new mission to bring Zhao Yu back. Si Yuan paused, then continued. Senior Sister seems to be getting married. Something about becoming a saintess. Lu Chou was taken aback. The reason she had reached her current cultivation was entirely due to the bright jade skill. A jade practitioner absorbed the essence of heaven and earth, drawing in the vitality of sun and moon. To cultivate it to its peak, one must remain free of worldly entanglements and personal relationships. After a moment of thought, he asked for more details. But Si Yuan shook her head. This disciple only heard that the Yu Province Chancellor is preparing a grand ceremony. It also seems that the demon-slaying sect will send people. There, Master, how about I go myself? I'll bring Senior Sister back. If I meet anyone from the demon-slaying sect, I'll kill them for you, all right? As she spoke, a trace of killing intent leaked out and the teapot in her hand shattered. Lu Zhou refused without hesitation. Although I don't take the demon-slaying sect seriously, their sect master is at the nascent divinity tribulation realm with a 7-leaf golden lotus. You are only at the divine court realm. If you meet them, how will you fight? Aside from the demon-slaying sect, what other forces will be there? Si Yuan answered obediently. It seems Jing Yi Dao and Jingming Dao will also attend. Lu Zhou grew even more puzzled. The orthodox path and the demonic path had always been incompatible. How could they appear together? Were they going to argue or to fight? Tell Pan Zhong to come. I want to ask him something. Si Yuan puffed up confidently. Master, you can just ask me. Go, Lu Zhou said, his tone rising slightly. She could only obey. Soon after, Pan Zhong hurried over with a bruised face, likely the result of Si Yuan venting her frustration on him. Seeing this, Lu Zhou asked about the injury. Pan Zhong quickly replied, Jingting Mountain is steep. I accidentally fell. Lu Zhou went straight to the point. You are from Jingming Dao. Do you know about this grand ceremony? Pan Zhong nodded. It's a long story. Si Yuan snorted. Then make it short. Frightened, Pan Zhong instinctively stepped farther away from her. He explained that ever since the human race had conquered Dian, other races were driven north and west. In the cultivation world, righteous and demonic sects constantly clashed, leading to countless deaths every year. To ease conflicts, some smaller sects began organizing grand ceremonies. On one hand, they served as platforms to resolve disputes. On the other, they were gestures of goodwill to prevent future conflicts. Hearing this, Lu Zhou understood most of it. Then do you know if Jingming Dao will attend the Yu Province grand ceremony? I heard there will be a saintess used as a bond to resolve disputes. Is that true? Pan Zhong hesitated. That, I'm not sure. I left Jingming Dao 3 years ago. Si Yuan cut in. Yes, the saintess will also be the marriage bond. She glared angrily. Traitor! How could she do something like that? After gaining a rough understanding, Lu Zhou waved Pan Zhong away, but Pan Zhong suddenly knelt with a thud. Senior, please grant me the 6 Yang skill. Before he could finish, Si Yuan hauled him up. Do you think you can trouble Master with such trivial matters? Go look for it yourself in the archives. Pan Zhong looked embarrassed. Could such important cultivation records really be handed out so casually? Before he could react further, he was already being dragged away. He was then thrown out by Si Yuaner. Lu Zhou stroked his beard without saying anything. Qi Tiandao had once collected countless cultivation techniques from various orthodox sects, most of which he had barely even glanced at before discarding. At this moment, Ming Xian slowly walked in. "Master, this disciple has something to report." "Speak." "Master, please read the flying letter from the traitor disciple. See Weio's message." Lu Zhou took the letter calmly, his expression unchanged as he unfolded it. "Please subscribe to help me provide you with more recaps."